Hey there, I would like to briefly introduce myself again, and then I will go for the tip of the day 19th, which is Microsoft Copilot for Microsoft 365, Copilot Studio, and so on. There are a lot of buzz around the Copilot, that Copilot for Windows, Copilot for Copilot in the Edge, Copilot for the PowerPoint, Copilot for example for the Excel, Copilot in the Power Apps, Copilot in the Power BI, Copilot in the Power App. Everywhere Copilot exists. So we will look into that aspect, that why there are a lot of buzz around. So my name is Ambesh Singh. I'm currently working with Avnar Deutschland as a Dynamic 365 and the Power Platform architect. Prior that, I worked with the KPMG, PSN VOA Sports, and the Microsoft with the different product groups and the global consultings. I'm also the mentor and the ambassador of 365 Saturdays and on the Power community, and love to speak and share my knowledge around the Azure, Power Platform, Dynamic 365, any topic you just want to listen it. Are you eager to dive into the world of Power Platform and harness the power of artificial intelligences to create an intelligent app? If yes, then Microsoft introduced you for creating, Power Platform solutions with a Copilot, a cutting-edge AI tools that will accelerate the development process and make the app smarter than ever before. So Copilot is an revolutionary AI powered tool from the Microsoft for Microsoft Power Platform. It designed it to streamline the development, and it's not just for the Microsoft Power Platform, but for everyone. I focus on more to the Power Platform because of the whole theme of this advanced calendar. And as I mentioned, it's designed to streamline the development process and enhance the intelligence of the application. It is sophisticated processing and orchestration engines that working behind the scene to combine the power of LLM, which is the large language modules, including GPT-4, which is with the Microsoft 365 app, and your business data in the Microsoft Graphs. In short, you can say that Microsoft Copilot implement rigorous privacy practice. All collected data is anonymized and aggregated, ensuring that the individual users or the organization cannot be identified. This strict adherence to the privacy standards means the users can leverage the Copilot's powerful AI capabilities without compromising their privacy. First, let's try to understand that how does Copilot work, especially in the context of the Dynamic 365 and Power Platform. So, as a step one, Copilot request an input prompt from the business users like me, like you, in an app like a Dynamic 365 Sales or the Power App or the Power Automate or the Power BI. Then Copilot pre-processing that prompt through an approach called the grounding, which and which improve the the specificity of the prompt, so that users get answers that are relevant and actionable to their specific task. It does this in the part of by making the call to the Microsoft Graphs and the Dataverse and accessing the enterprise data. The user consent to and the grant permission to the users for the retrieval of their business content and the context. So Microsoft also scope the grounding to the document and the data that are visible to the authenticated users through the RBAC, which is request role-based access control. This retrieval of the information, you can see, is referred to an retrieval argument generation approach and allows Copilot to provide more contextual information and input to the LLM, combining the user data with the as information retrieval for the knowledge-based articles to to improve the prompt. Then the Copilot take the responses from the LLM and post-process it. So depending on the scenarios, the post-processing includes some combination of your additional grounding calls to the Microsoft Crops, responsible AI checks, filtering with the Azure content moderation, and additional, business-specific constraint, and the command generation there. And finally, the Copilot return a recommended response to the users and send the command back to the app where, as a human in the loop, we can review. Copilots iteratively process and orchestrate these sophisticated services to produce results that are more relevant to your business, more accurate, more secure, more efficient. Let's quickly have a look in the system, and then we can see what more we can do. So I have an Edge. I have open a Dynamic 365 licensing guide, which is available on my local hard disk. So on the Edge, on the top right side, you will see there's a Copilot. you can start with a new topic, which is more creative, more balanced, more precise. You can generate document summary, bookmark all of this current tab, write a joke. So example, generate document summary. And yeah, I understood. I acknowledged that one, and then it's searching your page for the information. Let's see what it is trying to generate it. So yeah, it is trying to summarize the whole document. The whole document is of 62 pages. It's a Dynamic 365 licensing guide, which has been updated in the last 10 days or something. And I haven't gone through because I did not have a time right now in this busy schedule to go with the 62 pages, and it summarized every information for me. But maybe I'm a kid and I can't understand everything. So here I just mentioned, please summarize this for 7-year-old kid and see like if there is any difference. So my assumption is it really normalize the text there. And it is generating the text and really a short and precise text. But now I'm smart enough and I said, and then see what it is doing because I don't have a time to just read all of them, then summarize the content, put it in the PowerPoint. I have to go and present the Dynamic 365 licensing guide example tomorrow to my colleagues there. And I want Copilot does this work for me. So I have to prepare the 5 slides, and I would be expecting that Copilot responded me with the 5 factual information inside that. And let's see. So I can take the headers, I can take the content, I can go for the presentation ready to hit. And that's all. So now you can see like how you can leverage, and this is what we call the Microsoft Copilot. This is with the anonymous user because you haven't logged into the Copilot yet, and then also you are able to access the information from the local file which is stored on your hard disk or your local dev box. Let's see the second scenario, and the second scenario is right now I did logged in with my corporate account, and the first difference you see now it is protected. And what does it mean if it is protected? Protected means it is not sending any information to train the AI on the machine learning outside of my boundaries. And example, as an corporate employee, I have to look for the RFPs. I have to look for some sales document and some quotes, and I don't want that this information go outside of the boundaries to train the model. And in this particular case, everything what I see, every steps will be stored within my boundary. It's really secure. And if you need a more information, what does it protected means you can anyhow look the privacy policy by visiting the Copilot. So what you have to do, you have to go for the Copilot Microsoft.com. You have to log in there. Once you log in, you will be reaching inside this. And here I probably need to know more about, tell me about security trainings. And remember, I'm logged in with my corporate account, so I would be expecting that I should get some results within my corporate boundaries. And just let's see. So I'm expecting now it started searching the results, and then it tell about the security one kind of the brief description and then some certification, some information. So it goes outside of the corporate boundary. Like you can see, the first results came from the InfoSec Institute or something, SenseOrg, Codespace, CDSC, and so on. I'm expecting more and more to come here. And now I got some of the results. What all training label in Evernote. And now see if I can get more content from within the organization. I'm expecting, but let's see. So I have to give some seconds to respond it. I already mentioned you how does it work with 4 and 5 steps. So Evernote security trainings. Let's see. Fingers crossed. So now I'm getting started getting response from the Avnat itself. So you can see the first avnat.com, avnat.com, avnat.com. So more and more results are coming from there. Um, it could crawl within Avnod also. So now you see the last information here, which I can see. 3 more, and the page of Avnod.com. And this is basically the internal page. And this internal page is only accessed by the organization. It's not outside of the organization. So if you search this content without a business account, you probably won't get these results, because this is more secured and meant for the internal users, not for the external users. So that was the second glimpse I would like to mention. The third and the quick thing here, if I just talk about more another part, which is Microsoft Copilot. So this is, as I mentioned, if you go visit their copilot.microsoft.com, you have to sign in either with the personal account or with the business account. So here I'm logged in with my personal. The other example I shown with the business account. This is another product, and it's called the Microsoft Copilot for Microsoft 365. Copilot. And now the thing is that, like, as you see, it is available for your team. So in the teams, you can flip around for the words if you would like to generate something based on your your content. From the Excel, if you want to use the Copilot there. For the PowerPoint, if you need to really provide some more designs there. So more or less, it is available for Outlook and everything. And everything is available out of the box for you. So it is the difference with the Microsoft Copilot and the Microsoft Copilot for Microsoft 365 is that another product is really integrated with your root products, like of Microsoft 365, Power Platform, whatever you just call it there. And this product cost around $30 per month per user. Not that expensive, because then you can save a lot of your time and effort, and you get a precise results within the second. I mentioned, like, if I have to go to the 62 pages of the document, it take more of my work and more of my time, which is more expensive. But the Copilot does the work for me. Example, same here. If I use in the PowerPoint, if I use in the Outlook, if I use in the Excel to to get something, they can summarize and give me the average forecast, and a lot of things you can do it here. So it's worth to use it, and it's worth to spend it, because they have a proper return of investment associated with that. So now we talk about basically the two things, and this product basically now you can call, okay, and people used to call it, okay, there's a Copilot for Outlook, Copilot for Word, Copilot for Microsoft Teams, and so on. And then you have a third offering, which has been recently introduced by the Microsoft in the MS Ignite 3 weeks back or 4 weeks back, which is basically Copilot Studio. So Copilot Studio is nothing but Microsoft rebrand their existing product, which called the Power Virtual Agent, to the Copilot Studio. And for that, you basically you have to reach to the Microsoft.com like your locale, and Microsoft Copilot Studio. You can try a demo. So if you click on the try on demo, you see a demo site there. If you want to try it for free, you can try it for free. So I just click on the try on demo, and I'm seeing this. So let's try to provide some website URL. So let me just quickly take a website from here. In the morning I just talked into this event, and let's start talking. So I have to give some minutes. Let's check if it already crawled the whole page, but let's try. Tell me about event. I'm not expecting any result here, but let's see if it is fast enough to crawl the website. I'm expecting now it is crawling, so I'm expecting now the results here, and then it tell me, okay, these are the results from the page. So it's a 1-day virtual event, and now the second question, tell me about speakers. Let's see if I'm able to get the results here. Again, it is taking time, so I'm expecting the result here, but just let's have a look that it provide me the accurate results, which I'm expecting here. And here we go. So we have a lot of speakers here, and yeah, I was part of one of them. If you can see, I just speak. But the thing is that at the end of the day, it crawled, it provide you the results, and you can just try it here. without any cost. You just try it, and if you're satisfied with that, then you can go to the next step. And the next step is that you can go with the free version or you can go with the paid version. So if you click on try for free, it will ask you and prompt you to create an account there. I basically had an account. So basically, it asks you something like this. So you have to provide your account there. And once you get started, I already have an account, so I'm already reached here. So let's try to create an Copilot with you. And the first thing is Microsoft. And let me just quickly copy the URL, which I'm expecting to be copied. And here, I cannot go more than 2 level deep. So this is okay. Microsoft licensing bot. And I can have an advanced option. So I can choose the specific solution where I would like to go. Some of the icons. Anyhow, I can change this later on. And I just click and hit on the create icon, create button. And then you have to wait for a couple of seconds here to just that it worked. By the time it is loading, I would just quickly go and tell you, okay, now it is there. So we have to stick here. And now you see everything has been prepared for me. So this is an overview. There are a lot of topics inside, which can be auto-generated entities there. There's a generative AI analytical published. You have some of the previews to extend the Copilot with conventional plugins and AI plugins. Then you have a setting AI. I would like to test it. So the first thing, and I don't want to test it right now here. I would like to test it basically to the external website probably. So what I have to do, the first thing I have to publish this, and to publish this, either I have to come to the setting and the Copilot detail here, and then you can have a look for that if everything is right here. Everything is right, what you can expect. If you want to change something, you can change it. You can change it to the later phase. Go to the overview, and from the overview, this can be hit. Before that, let me just try to make a chat with that. So I make sure that is up and running. Tell me about this. Let me just go with the typo and see. Hey, I'm able to get a response. I'm not sure. Uh, and then I have to wait for some time. And just have a quick look for that one. So on the overview, you will get all of the information there, that some of the help links here, and then you can have a feedback, you can have a documentation here quickly on the topics, like all of these topics which has been auto generated. There are the topics from the system, and there's the topics which you can create it. So you can anyhow create it, the topics by your own from the blank or from the description. If you go and create it from the description, it means then you are using the Copilot here, which I mentioned it. So use the Copilot in the Copilot Studio, and then you have an entities. Like if you really work with the ages, colors, and something, then you can create 10 entities, and it work like a charm for you. So it's a common classes, I would say. In other words, you have a generative AI option here, so you can enable disable right now. Then you have an analytical dashboards. Right now, probably you won't see anything because it's never running. It probably would not give an appropriate results. But if your bot is running since days, months, then you can anyhow look for this one, and then you can try to improvise the bot there. You will also get some of the automated some of the automated content or suggestions here, that okay, this topic is not performing well, so you need to really think about that, or there are some unattended calls. Here you can publish it, so just click and hit on the publish. It takes a couple of seconds. What it does more, like it can optimize this with other channels. So you have an external websites you can use with the social channel like a Facebook, a Skype, or with the Slack. You can integrate with the Teams. You can integrate with the other products as well. We can have a look for the available channels there, and let it wait for a couple of seconds to publish it. Now it is about to publish. Just wait for another second, and now it's published. So We can have a look for the channels. The other things I already mentioned, but now quickly go to the channels here, and now you can see this all the channels of what we do have available here. So example, I would really want to give it to my customer that okay, if it is working fine or not, and in that particular case I would just quickly click on the demo website. I can copy this URL, I can share with them with my customers, or I before sharing I can at least have a check, okay, if it is working fine or not. And now I'm just checking if it is working fine. Yes. Now check it again. Tell me about Dynamics 365 licenses. And right now I don't want to make a typo here, but just have a look. I'm expecting a result, and now I got a result from the website. So I can again look for the other terms, like other licenses, other information. But this worked like a charm. I never did a lot, like put a lot of effort here, but I'm able to interact with the pages which I have passed. You can add a number of the pages. If you can add your, SharePoint informations. If you are allowing it from the like you have to set up the authentication part and everything there. So the purpose is not to go very deep into that one because this this is recordings are really going longer. I would really love to close it. And I would close it now. But thank you so much for attending today's session, and stay tuned with us. I would be definitely showing the more detailed informations and the video content on the Copilot Studio in the coming days. So stay tuned with the channels and subscribe it. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of the day.